So this morning I just woke up to the news that there's actually going to be some new skins and new loot boxes in Overwatch, and this is something I'm very excited about. Right now I'm going to be trying to show you some of these skins, trying to talk about them a little bit, and hopefully tell you something that some other people haven't told you. So let's get right into these skins. Of course, these are supposed to be based off the Rio Olympic Games, which is something I wasn't really expecting. I was expecting them to just put random skins in the game, you know, some more random skins, but it does seem like these will be based slightly off the Rio Games. As we can see right here, let's just start it off right at the top. There seems to be a lot of different pictures of the Overwatch heroes doing different things. Of course, there's just like Winston hitting a volleyball. There's Zenyatta just doing some martial arts. There's D.Va riding a bike. There's Widowmaker doing some gymnastics. Of course, Reinhardt doing that wrestling. On the second page, we see some water polo, I think that is, some boxing, some Soldier 76 golfing, and of course, the cowboy McCree riding on his horse. But as we can see right here, there seems to be a lot of different and very cool looking stickers, at least for all these characters. For almost every character in the game, I think every character in the game, there's actually a sticker. And what this means is that either in the game, in Overwatch itself, you could probably unbox either sprays of all these things, which is probably going to happen, but I'm guessing that also with some of these, there's also going to be skins of them. In particular, I would assume that the Lucio one will probably get a skin because it looks really good and it could probably easily fit a skin. Maybe the Torbjorn one could probably fit a skin. Maybe even the Roadhog one, that would be really funny. It'd be really funny to also see a Reinhardt wrestling skin, and of course a Mercy tennis skin. There's some cool skins. Of course, Tracer skin is also really cool. There's some really nice skins here. Some of them maybe not the best, the ones that I would really like, such as just Reaper on a bike, or just D.Va on a bike, or just McCree that looks exactly the same on a horse. Those should just be sprays. But otherwise, there does seem to be some really cool ones. Of course, also with Pharah, I'm betting that's going to be an emote or just a spray with the basketball. But yeah, overall, I am really liking these, and I'm hoping that some of these do come into actually becoming skins. That would be really cool. And as well, I hope that there's a lot more other skins. Other than that, we also see up here, if we scroll up a little bit, the simple fact that these actually came to people in real life. Overwatch sent real life loot boxes once again, of course. I didn't get any. Broken heart. But anyways, Overwatch once again sent in some loot boxes. They have a few cards of the characters. In this card, of course, there's Tracer and Lucio. We can't see exactly what Lucio's is called, but Tracer seems to be Track and Field Tracer, which probably increases the chance that Tracer is actually going to be a character that gets a skin, probably the Track and Field skin. I feel like that would be pretty cool. And of course, we do see the Lucio at the top, and we see Weightlifting Zarya, which I would really like, as I don't personally love the Zarya skins, but they're bad. I would just really like that. So we may be seeing those two skins, and of course as well, there is a weird little quote at the bottom that I did find that could be kind of useful to you guys, so you don't, you know, waste any stuff, or so you just kind of know what's going on with these skins. Here's the quote. So it says, celebrating Overwatch's integral summer games with the special summer game loot boxes are available for a limited time each. Each contains 4 items. At least one contains some of the games, the sprays, highlight intros, emotes, and more, victory poses, player icons, skins, whatever. And one is at least guaranteed per summer box. There are more than 90 summer games items to collect, and they are not available for purchase with in-game credits, so loot boxes are the only way to claim them. That's the most important thing. And of course, this was off the PSN, or the PlayStation Store, or the PlayStation Network. So maybe this is only PlayStation, but I'm assuming this is everything. Essentially what this quote means is that you cannot save up a ton of money right now and then buy all the brand new skins. You have to luckily get the brand new skins. You gotta go into Overwatch, you gotta open up these brand new loot boxes, and that's the only way to get these skins. Now, this is kind of annoying, as it also says that you can't buy it even if you get like a second. Let's say that you get a Tracker's Tracer and you get a second Tracker Tracer. You can't use the second Tracker Tracer's credits to buy another Olympic skin. That doesn't work like that. So there's no possible way to actually get more Olympic skins with credits. So it's kind of annoying, but at the same time, I do like how they did that. So then, you know, you actually do have to roll the skins. But I'm hoping eventually they make it different. Maybe they probably won't. They also said this will be probably limited time. So you'll get these for a few months. Of course, I'm going to be trying to get as many as I can. And if you are close to prestiging, I would recommend, so if you're close to level 100, I would recommend get really close to level 100, get to level 100, prestige, and then you'll be back at level 1, and then you can level up really fast and get about 20 loot boxes in like 3 hours or so, and then you can open up a ton of the summer game loot boxes. So if you're close to prestiging, I would recommend don't prestige quite yet, just wait a little bit, and there you go. And then a final thing to say about this, just out of curiosity, some people have been asking, and it seems like the skins are probably, for the most part, going to only be the legendary skins, or the epic skins. And there doesn't seem to be too many rare skins, as the rare skins most of the time are just a recolor or repalette. You know, they could try to do some of those, but we are assuming, this is 100% assumption, that they're probably going to be legendaries and probably going to be epic, so it'll be a little bit hard to get all these skins. Now, of course, the sprays are going to be that, and the highlight intros are probably going to be the purple again, as that's what highlight intros usually are. But yeah, overall, it seems like they will be adding some really cool stuff in these new loot boxes. I'm super excited to open up these loot boxes. As you know, I'm a huge sucker for loot boxes. I can open up those things all day long. And of course, since there's going to be a lot of new legendaries, well, I gotta get lucky in the future, guys. What I am hoping for is that they add legendaries to every single character in the game. As far as the pictures, of course, I'll try to flash them on the screen again. It doesn't seem like all of these would really fit legendary skins or fit epic skins, you know, the purple skins. Maybe they could somehow, maybe they could have like a emote where, you know, Reaper gets on a bike, does a little flip, and then gets off the bike or something. They could try to do emotes to make these fit a little bit better. But yeah, overall, I feel like this will fit pretty good in the game. I am really liking this Rio theme, and I feel like how the skins look right now, they're going to fit quite easily in the game. Especially people like Lucio, they just look like they're fitting in the game already. So yeah, overall, I'm going to say, I really do like these loot boxes. I am super excited for these loot boxes. The only problem is, of course, you can't buy skins with credits, which is kind of annoying if you're someone that likes to stockpile credits for the new loot boxes, the new skins that come out. But, oh well, you're just going to have to buy your old skins and then get lucky once again with these new skins. But in the end, hope you guys enjoy. Of course, just super excited for this. And tell me what you guys are thinking about yourself, about these brand new skins. Of course, there's just a ton of these skins, at least from what I can see right here. And even if half of these got in the game, I would be happy. I'm really liking a lot of these skins. Even the Genji skin, maybe that could be like a blue skin. The Genji skin where he just gets a different sword. He just gets a fencing sword. Maybe that could be a cheap skin. I don't really know exactly. But that's all I'm going to say. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed this news and are as excited as I am for these skins. Tell me what you think will probably be in the skins, and tell me what you're thinking about this overall with this brand new news update. Other than that, hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful day.